Mark, this is a story that has been just crazy for investors if you Rip Van Winkled it and just took a nap for the entire month of April into May. You're doing okay right now. But investors, can they treat it that way? Can they still be buy, hold, long term, or do they have to be more attuned to what's happening with headlines?
It's a great question. I think the answer has to start with it depends, right? Because not all stocks are created equally. Not all sectors are created equally. But if you're talking about certain sectors, namely the ones that have driven the NASDAQ this month, like the tech sector and communications, I believe certainly those sectors are the ones that you can sort of Rip Van Winkle, because if you think about it, the opportunity in the mid to long term will transcend a lot of these sort of news items that will give us these ups and downs. In fact, if anything, the news cycles will provide opportunities for investors who are later to the game to get involved in these sectors.
Does it make you concerned at all that we feel as though this AI trade is one that the entire market has put its chips on, right? It's the one bet that everybody seems to want to make. You're not the first guest to mention it. You certainly won't be the last. Sentiment has to be a factor at some point.
Certainly. I think if you look back 25, 30 years, we rarely get this confluence of sentiment and actually strong fundamentals and expanding markets and new markets and blue ocean opportunities. I could think of maybe 2 or 3 other times in history where we had these types of opportunities, like the PC revolution, the software revolutions. You have these things where you have these historical moments that have these huge opportunities going forward and the sentiment there to drive it.
What's your word of the day?
My word of the day is primacy. Primacy is a description of a company that not just dominates an industry, but creates an industry, designs every bit of the moves in the industry. And it's kind of, I guess it kind of fits in with our discussion today and what has happened this week with NVIDIA's earnings, where they've proven to be anti-fragile, another one of these words of the day that we're talking a lot about. You rarely see something like that, but a company like NVIDIA, where they literally dominate the entire stack of AI, which is a growing and expanding total addressable market, you see that they're able to continue despite inventory write-downs, despite regulations, they're able to still dominate. And it bodes well for the entire industry and the ecosystem around it. So that's primacy. We look for companies with primacy.
All right, we've just got a few moments left here. Primacy with regard to sectors or industries. Where is primacy now?
Well, I hate to be boring and give you the boring answer. It's going to be tech and communications. There's just so much opportunity there, and it's very real. And the fundamentals are there to support the thesis.